on Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Elliott Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliott Life out in center field.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenholz will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenholz is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenholz.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Find a complete game shutout for Jack Van Camp. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Mitchell, as we will step aside real quick as we are getting our national anthem. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, Shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, and we're getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Mitchell. As we go through the starting lineups, first for Pierre Post State, it'll be Lincoln Keenels lead things off. He'll be playing shortstop. Matthew Hansen will bat second and play second. George Staley, the catcher, will bat third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, will bat fourth. It'll be Gary Nedved, the DH, batting fifth. Jade Weeby, the third baseman, batting sixth. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, batting seventh. Jad Zabel, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Breckin Kruger, the center fielder, batting ninth. Jonas Schmidt is on the mound for this Mitchell Post 18 team. As we'll go through his numbers here in just a moment, as Lincoln Keenels will step to the plate, and we are set for first pitch between Pierre and Mitchell here this evening here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. First pitch is over for strike one as we're underway at 4:59.
5 o'clock. Windy conditions northwest at 46 and 103 degrees.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. That's through the hole for a base hit, and Lincoln Keenels is on to open things up as the Eights have their first base runner aboard. Just 2 pitches in the ball game, and it'll bring up Matthew Hansen. Before the game, right before we got on the air, Lincoln Keenels has verbally committed to the University of Washington. He announced on Twitter just about an hour ago, if not an hour ago, as you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Here's Matthew Hansen. Now the first pitch is over for strike one. As Post State's looking for win number 10 and looking for win number 5 in South Dakota games, as they sit right now here at 9-12 in the season. There's a pitch that will be taken on the outside corner, and the count is now 0-2. Here to Matthew Hansen with a runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Set a check over and back in safely as Keenels at first base. Jonas Schmidt on the mound here for Mitchell. Is 17 innings pitched so far. This is his 5th game, 5th start of the season. 0-2 pitch. That one will miss low and away, and it's now 1-2 here to Matthew Hansen. Schmidt so far is 1-3 on the season. He has given up 21 hits, 16 runs, only 13 of them earned. 22 walks, 19 strikeouts, an ERA of 5.35. As that one will get just a little bit away from the catcher, and the throw to second, and Keenels is standing up at second base. And the count's now 2-2 and a runner in scoring position here with nobody out here in the top of the first inning. 5.35 ERA and a 2.53 whip for Jonas Schmidt. 2-2 pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 3. And there's the first out. It's a strikeout against Matthew Hansen. And now here's George Staley. The .296 average so far on the season. That was the 110th time that Post State has struck out, now going into game number 23 of the season, now at 9-12 for Post State after going 2-2 last weekend. First pitch is upstairs to Staley for ball one. .296 average for Staley with 16 hits, 12 singles, 2 doubles, 2 triples. He's driven in 10 runs so far for Post State, as he's one of 5 different players that have 10-plus RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count is even at a ball and a strike now here to George Staley. Trying to get the live stream back from buffering here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will miss low and away, and the count is now at 2-1 here to Staley. Mitchell comes in South Dakota games right now at 11-3, 17-8 overall. This is a big doubleheader for Post State. That one will miss low, and it's now a 3-1 count here to Staley. With a doubleheader sweep of Mitchell, that's 2 47-point wins for the Eights. That'd be a big boost to a team that right now would not be hosting if the season ended today. 3-1 pitch is a off-speed pitch, breaking ball that comes in for a strike, and the count's now full at 3-2. Average against for Jonas Schmidt, .328 batting average against. As a pitching staff, .249 batting average. There's a swing and a miss. Keenholz will take off for third as the throw goes to first to retire Stalley. But there's now 2 down here in the top of the first inning, and it brings up Bennett Dean, who's looking to drive in that first run of the ball game. And it's crucial for Post State to get on the board early. They're a team that can come back, but like to get on the board right away. There's a ground ball base hit up the middle for Bennett Dean, and Post State will take a 1-0 lead. Dean gets the RBI single, and it makes it a 1-0 ball game. That's his 14th run driven into the season. And the Eights take advantage of 2 different hits, and it's now a 1-0 advantage here in the top of the first to bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved hit the ball well over the weekend, extended weekend up to Minot. While he hit only .250, he had a double and a home run, 5 runs driven in. That was the most of the 4 games from any Post State player, as the first pitch is missed for ball 1. Nedved comes in on the season hitting .327. He's got 13 runs driven in, so he is now just 1 behind the team the team lead with Bennett Dean, who just took that by himself with 14 runs driven in on the RBI single. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Nedved will shoot out towards center field. Back at it is Muth, the center fielder. He'll make the catch and retire the side here at the top of the first. 1 run scores on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. After a half an inning, Post State has a 1-0 lead over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electric. When they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223. Agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
As we welcome you back here to Mitchell, as we head to the bottom of the first inning, Post State has a 1-0 lead over Mitchell as we have Isaac Pollock in the mound for Post State. But let's go first through the Mitchell batting order. Seth Muth, the center fielder, lead things off. Dylan Solik, the shortstop, will bat second. Jonas Schmidt, the pitcher, batting third. Jake Helleloy, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Jace Larson, the second baseman, batting fifth. Mason Garrett's the first baseman, will bat sixth. Hudson Haley, the catcher, batting seventh. Brock Sparks, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Carson Fahey, the right fielder, will bat ninth against Isaac Pollock, who will be now making his fifth start of the season. And we'll go through his stats here in just a moment, as Seth Muth will come to the plates to lead us off here in the bottom of the first inning. The wind mostly blown out towards center field, but every once in a while a quick little gust finds its way inside the press box as the first pitch will miss for ball 1 to Seth Muth. Seth Muth hitting .338 so far in the season. He's got 5 doubles, a triple, and 12 runs driven in. Their team leader in Jake Helleloy with 24 runs driven in. And three different guys have at least 20 RBIs for Mitchell. The 1-0 pitch is upstairs, and the count's quickly 2-0 here to Seth Muth, as Isaac Pollock making his fifth start on the mound. He is 1-2 so far on the season, 11 hits allowed, 21 runs, 18 of them earned. He's got 25 walks and 13 strikeouts in those 4 starts so far. The 2-0 is over for a strike, and it's now 2-1. An ERA of 9.45 and a whip of 2.7. So a few too many walks for Pollock through his first 4 outings, but knowing from last year, it's easy to, for what Pollock did, he can find that groove and start to be very, very efficient throughout this latter half of the season, as it counts now 3-1 here to Seth Muth. Muth has walked 13 times, only struck out 5 times. 3-1 pitch is over for a strike, and the count is now full at 3-2. Here to the leadoff man, Seth Muth, followed by Dylan Solik, the shortstop. Bullock, the right-hander, with a lot of wind against him. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball left side. Kenols will field it short. The throw across is going to be in time to get the speedy Muth. And the leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the first inning.
One away.
And it will bring up Dylan Solik.
Number 8, Dylan Solik.
Solik hitting .417 for Mitchell. 8 doubles, 3 triples, a home run, 22 runs driven in. As he'll dig in here as the number 2 hitter. As a team, Mitchell hitting .312 so far in the season. They've busted out 5 home runs, but 4 of them coming from the cleanup hitter Jake Helloyd. As the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. There's a good hitting team, good pitching team, good fielding team. Why they're sitting at one of the top spots in the standings right now is they can do all 3 of those things very well and consistently do it well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's out the other way. That's down for a base hit. And a 1-out single for Dylan Solik as the .417 hitter gets another base hit. Now here's the pitcher, Jonah Schmidt. Schmidt is hitting .365 for the OPS at 1.016. He's got 5 doubles, 5 triples, 21 runs driven in, and he can help himself out here in this bottom of the first inning and start to move the runners around, move that runner around from first base. With the big cleanup man, Jake Helloyd, on deck. First pitch will miss low and in the dirt and blocked up by George Staley. Here for ball 1 as you look around the outfield, and we'll go around the outfield in the fielding positions for Mitchell in the top of the second. Jack Merquan's out in left, Brecken Kruger in center, and Jed Zabel in right. Jane Weeby at third, Lincoln Kenols at short, Matthew Hansen at second as this one's flown out towards center field. Brecken Kruger still going back. He leaps up and makes the catch. That one came up on him quickly as it went blowing out. It's going to continue to blow out, and being able to make that grab, that's a good play there from Brecken Kruger. And there's now 2 down, and Jake Helloyd will come to the plate. It's .420 out in center field, deep center field, so that ball gets past Brecken Kruger. It's at least a triple, if not maybe an inside the park home run. That ball's going to roll all its way to the wall. As there's 2 away with the runner on first, and now here's Jake Helloyd, .371 batting average. He's got those 24 runs driven in with 4 bombs. And this is a day that he can have a 5th bomb easily with the way the wind's blowing. Has been blowing. As it counts 1-0 here to Helloyd. Solik leads away from first. Here's the 1-0. That one's upstairs, and the count is now at 2-0. It is a much different feel to today than it was back on Saturday. As in Minot, we had a 58-degree day. The wind chill is at 55. Winds are still blowing about the same speed as that one is at the knees for a strike, and it's now 2-1. But it's 102 here in Mitchell at first pitch. The good thing is that the humidity is only 18% and the dew point's at 51. That wind at 26 miles an hour. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now a 3-1 count here to Jake Helloyd. Jace Larson, the second baseman, is on deck. A 3-1 count with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the first. Here's a 3-1. That one's popped straight up. And it will be Lincoln Kenols that will call for it to the left of the mound. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base after 1 complete. Pierre leads at 1-0 over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation, It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we welcome you back here, it is the top of the second, and Post State is leading 1-0 over Mitchell, as it will be 6, 7, and 8 here for Post State in the top of the second inning. Jaden Wiebe followed by Jack Merkwan and Jet Zabel. If anybody reaches base, it will then head to Brecken Kruger, the number 9 hitter. Listening here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, there's a potential of some severe weather in the area. If that's the case, News Director Zach Nelson will be on the air, and we'll keep the game going on YouTube. But we will have the game on. We'll have the game just on YouTube. We'll have severe weather coverage on KCCR as needed for this evening. So just be aware if you're listening right now on KCCR and maybe streaming online at kccrradio.com, so you're completely out of range of KCCR, and the severe weather won't affect you. You can pull it up on YouTube and watch the game, listen to the game as well. As the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe is missing for ball 1. But for those that will be looking for severe weather coverage whenever, if, and when the severe weather starts, Zach Nelson will have that for you on KCCR and on Facebook as well at on the KCCR Facebook page. Counts 2-0 here to Jaden Wiebe. The 2-0 pitch will catch the outside corner. It's now 2-1. As Wiebe comes in hitting .283, 2 doubles, 3 triples. He's got 10 runs driven in. Hitting in the 6th spot here, as it's now a 3-1 count to Wiebe. Has not swung the bat yet in the 4 pitches that he has seen. So far, 2 hits for Pierre, 1 hit for Mitchell. And the 1 run that came across on the RBI from Bennett Dean. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, and it's ball 4, and a leadoff walk issued to Wiebe. And it will bring up Jack Merkwan.
The right fielder, number 16, Jet Zabel.
Excuse me, Jet Zabel. And then it'll be Jack Merkwan. Had that wrong on my score sheet. So it will be Zabel, the right fielder, and then Merkwan, the left fielder. Here's the first pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Jet Zabel. Zabel hitting .229 so far, 6 doubles, 6 runs driven in. He's got his 8 hits. He's got 6 doubles so far. Here's the 1-0. That one at the knees, and it's now 1-1. Post State as a team still trying to get that average to climb. They're hitting at .284 right now. Trying to get that average up that never really got up there in the spring, and trying to continue to climb it here at the end of July, or at the end of June, the beginning of July, as there's a pickoff move and diving back in safely is Wiebe. The count's 1-1 here to Jet Zabel. Here's the 1-1. That's high and outside, and it's now 2-1. Post State after tonight will be at home the rest of the way, other than the Gopher Classic, which is scheduled for the 8th, 9th, and 10th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of July. That was at the top of the zone and taken for a strike, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Zabel. Everything else will be sitting at home at the comforts and the friendly confines of Hyde Stadium. 2-2. That one will miss low and inside, and the count is full now, 3-2. The Eights will play tomorrow at 7 o'clock against Minot, and they'll be 9:30 in the morning on Friday against Minot again, and then they'll have a game break between Minot and Renner, and then Renner and Pierre will finish out the day on Friday, and then they'll be off for the 4th of July weekend, and then turn right back around next Tuesday at home and face this same Mitchell team. Here's a 3-2 to Zabel. High and inside, and his back-to-back walks to open up the top of the second inning. And Post State is in business here at the first 2 reaching. And it will bring up Jack Merkwan.
Brings up a left fielder, number 5, Jack Merkwan.
Merkwan hitting .240 so far, 3 doubles and a triple. 11 runs driven in for Merkwan, as he was not a part of the team this past weekend. Here's the first pitch on the outside edge, and it's now 0-1. Keenels, Wiebe, and Merkwan were the 3 guys in the lineup that were out of town and not playing with Post State this past weekend. 0-1 pitch is over for a strike as well, and it counts now 0-2 here to Merkwan. Merkwan's walked 9 times, 8 strikeouts against, 2 strikeouts so far for Jonah Schmidt. 0-2 pitch. Merkwan will get a piece of it and pop it up. It's going to be in a shallow right center field, and the right fielder will come over and Fahey to make the catch, and there's now 1 down. Wind's going to carry it a little bit farther, so you got to be aware even if the ball's not hit towards you right away. You got to be careful about that, as they'll bring up Brecken Kruger.
Number 6, Brecken Kruger.
So does Brock Sparks out in left, Seth Muth in center, and Carson Fahey in right. Jake Hill-Lloyd at third, Dylan Solik in short, Jace Larson at second, Mason Garrett's at first, Hudson Haley behind the plate. Around the horn defensively for Mitchell. Here's the first pitch to Kruger. That one catches the inside edge, and it's 0-1. Kruger is heading .222 on the year, just 1 extra base hit. He had picked that up last week Thursday against the Mandan Chiefs in Mandan. 8 runs driven in for Kruger. There's a ground ball, base hit to the left side. Wiebe will be around in third base. He was going to try and score. The throw coming in. Zabel will take off for third. He's going to be tagged out, and there's now 2 down. And it's a 2-0 lead for Post State.
Out at third, 2 away.
And so it's an RBI single for Brecken Kruger, his 9th of the season. But then Zabel is thrown out trying to take third base.
Back to the top of the order, shortstop, number 7.
And it'll bring up Lincoln Keenels. Keenels singled to lead off the ball game and came around to score on Bennett Dean's RBI single. The runner on first and 2 away. First pitch is missed outside for ball 1. Keenels again coming in. He's hitting .385 to this doubleheader. 3 extra base hits, a double, triple, and a home run with his 8 runs driven in. That one will miss low and away. It's now 2-0. Hit that home run, part of the Dakota Classic against Columbus, Nebraska a couple weekends ago. One of the newest members, newest commits to the University of Washington. 2-0 pitch is over for a strike. It's now 2-1. We'll have a story on him, hear from him tomorrow morning on KCCR. By the time we actually get back to Pierre, it'll probably be tomorrow morning by the time that's even posted to the website. Here's the 2-1. That's upstairs, and it's now 3-1 here to Keenels. Looking for his second hits. Would be the 4th of the ball game. Trying to get another 2-out base runner here for Post State. Good hitters count here for Keenels. Schmidt will come set from the stretch. Here's the 3-1. And a breaking ball that catches the outside edge, and it's now 3-2, and Kruger will get a head start with a full count and 2 outs here in the top of the second inning, with Post State already leading 2-0. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs for ball 4, and Keenels draws the walk. 3rd walk issued of the inning, and it's now 1st and 2nd with 2 away, and it brings up Matt Hansen.
Baseman, number 12, Matt Hansen.
Hansen's 0 for 1 with the strikeouts. Struck out looking at 308s over the North Dakota trip, going with the Post State going 2-2. Had 2 doubles, 3 runs driven in of his 4 hits. And he's got runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 away. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Hansen so far on the season hitting .364 with runners in scoring position. Post State's batting average is .284. Their batting average with runners in scoring position also .284. That one's upstairs, and it's now 2-0 to Matthew Hansen. Hansen, although a senior and going to go to USD next year, Has one more year of eligibility and could be a super senior for Post State. I think the plan is that he will be a super senior for the 8s next year, as that one misses and it's now 3-0. With runners at first and second, and a 2 away here in the top of the second inning. A 3-0 count from Jonas Schmidt to Matthew Hansen. Pitch will miss outside, and it will be another walk, fourth walk issued of the inning, and the bases are now loaded. And it brings up the number 3 hitter in George Staley.
Bases are loaded after the 2-out walk.
A mound visit now from Hudson Haley to...
Brings up the catcher, number 11, George Staley.
Haley will talk with Schmidt as Staley was hitting, he hit .412 over the 4 games. .412 batting average. He had 7 hits, 1 triple, 4 runs driven in. He's got a couple ducks on the pond right now as the first pitch is over for strike 1. He is 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout, as Keenels is able to get to third on the drop third strike and the throw to first base. That one just misses above the letters, and the count is even at a ball and a strike here to Staley. 340 down each line here in Mitchell at Caldwell Park. 420 deep center and 374 in the alleys. That was a high chopper. That one's going to be up past and through for a base hit. Rounding third, trying to score. He will score. Will be Keenels. The throw to second is not going to be in time, as he will slide in safely with a 2 RBI single with 2 outs. He'll take second of the throw, will Staley, and it's now a 4-0 lead for Post State here in the top of the second. That ball bounced, had to go off the plate. That one bounced off. Like you're slamming a basketball down in a court, trying to get up to the ceiling. 2-run score on a chopper that went from home plate all the way out past into the outfield as Bennett Dean's back to the plate now as first pitch is over for strike 1. Both Kruger and Keenels scored. It's a single for Staley. He drives in 2 runs. So now he's got 12 runs driven in. That ball gets away as Matthew Hansen will come in to score. Staley moves up 90 feet, and it's a 5-0 lead here for Post State in the top of the second inning. A 4-run inning here for the 8s. As it counts 1-1 to Dean. He's already got an RBI single, does Dean. He's got another runner on third with 2 outs, just like he did in the top of the first. The 1-1. Dean will ground it over to the right side, fielded by the second baseman and Larson. His throw to first is low, but picked out by Garrett's at first base, and that will retire the side here in the top of the second. But 4-run score on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, 5-0 lead for Post State over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Verdict Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdict Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdict Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdict Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back, here it is the bottom of the second inning, and Post State has got a 5-0 lead over Mitchell, as it will be for Mitchell 5, 6, and 7. Jace Larson, Mason Garretts, and Hudson Haley. After Isaac Pollock was able to get a 0 in the first inning, now becomes even bigger. A big 0 here would go a long way in this ball game. Yes, it's a 5-0 lead, but this is a big shutdown inning here for Post State and Isaac Pollock, as the 8s were able to push 4 runs across and just 2 hits in the inning, taking advantage of the 4 walks that were issued in the top of the second inning. Jace Larson, Mason Garrett, and Hudson Haley. 5, 6, and 7 here for Mitchell as Jace Larson will come to the plate batting .312 so far this season. Just 4 extra base hits, all of them doubles. He's driven in 16 runs so far in the year for this Mitchell team. Mitchell has won 11 of the last 13 games. They lost Sunday to close out their tournament, I believe, in Omaha. First pitch will bounce in for ball 1. But they are winners of 11 of their last 13, so they're playing some pretty good baseball right now. Post State is playing some average baseball over the last several weeks, as that one will miss low. It's now 2-0, and I say that record-wise they're playing some average baseball. Just 2-2 last weekend, 2-2 the Dakota Classic, went 3-2 of the Veterans Classic. They'll have another 5 games, guaranteed 5 games of the Gopher Classic, barring weather, as that one's over for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Last year we went to Mankato, and we were far enough away from everybody else that we were the only pool that got affected by any rain, and ended up raining out a game, so Post State only got to play 4 games. That one misses, and it's now 3-1. We're guaranteed 4 games in Minot's and 5 games overall of the tournament, or of the weekend, and only end up playing 4 because of rain that came through at the end of the night on Friday, as that one's over for a strike, and is now 3-2 here to Jace Larson. Mason Garrett, Hudson Haley are on deck. Pollock gets the sign. Here's the payoff pitch. That one will be ball 4, and the first walk issued from Isaac Pollock. And there's one on to lead off the bottom of the second.
Number 10, Mason Garrett.
And now here's Mason Garrett's the first baseman. Garrett so far .242 batting average. He's driven in 9 runs. He has 2 extra base hits with a double and a triple. And 5 bombs so far for Mitchell, 4 of them coming off the bat of Jake Helloyd. Dylan Sulik, the only other that has hit a home run. That one's fouled straight back to the netting, and it's 0-1 here to Mason Garrett's. The Eights are wearing their black and green jerseys, but those might be the lightest jerseys that they have with the gray pants. Both their white and green jerseys are much heavier material. That one's fouled back again. It's now 0-2 because you're probably thinking, well, it's 102 degrees. You're going to wear black jerseys, but overall it's the lightest of all the jerseys that they have, material-wise. Here's the 0-2 now from Isaac Pollock to Mason Garrett's looking for his first strikeout of the ball game. Just a bit upstairs, top of the zone, and it's now 1-2 here to Mason Garrett's. 1 hit so far here for Mitchell. That was Dylan Sulik back at the bottom of the first inning. He was left stranded at first base after a fly out and a pop out. Leadoff man walked in this inning. Here's the 1-2. That's also upstairs, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pollock so far, again, on the season, looking to control the walks in this ball game and start a trend to move forward of not walking as many, 25 walks through 4 starts. Here's the 2-2. Again upstairs, and the count is full now at 3-2. And we'll see if the runner will get a head start here, even though there's nobody out in the bottom of the second. 3-2 count upcoming. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. The throw to second, not going to be in time. There is your first strikeout of the ball game for Isaac Pollock. A stolen base for Jace Larson. And there's now 1 down here in the bottom of the second. And now we'll get time called, and Peyton Zabel will make his way out and talk with Isaac Pollock and George Stalley. So Larson will take second on the stolen base. Garrett strikes out, and there's now 1 down here in the bottom of the second for Hudson Haley, the catcher. Haley is hitting .346 with 2 doubles and a triple.
The catcher, number 9, Hudson Haley.
Haley has driven in 6 runs so far, and he's got an RBI opportunity right now with the runner at second and 1 away. Polak will come set for the stretch. Here's the first pitch, well upstairs, taken high for ball 1. Haley, then Brock Sparks. This is 7 and then 8 in the order for Carson Fahey. The right fielder will wrap up the 9 guys in the batting order and get back to the top of the order for Mitchell. That one's popped up. Will the wind keep it in play? It will, and it will land foul as the wind brought it all the way back. Stalley had thought maybe the ball was going to go closer to the fence, and the wind brought it straight back over, and it lands foul. Bennett Dean was racing in, but didn't have enough time to get there. So the count is at 1-1, and some new life here for the catcher, Hudson Haley. And as he sits there in the batter's box after he hit that foul ball, knowing that he's got to be aware of that too if it happens. 1-1 is popped up foul. It might go back fair, and it will land fair down on the line. Zabel will come away with it, and it'll be a runner at first and third. A base hit for Hudson Haley. And it's now Brock Sparks to the plate. That's a single credit to the wind as well. That one looked like he was going to be fouled by about 5 feet, and the wind just brought it straight back over and landed right on the line. And so now it's first and third with 1 away. Ground ball can still get you out of the inning, but Brock Sparks, the left fielder, will be looking to get Mitchell's first run of the ball game. Here's the first pitch. That's going to miss low for ball 1. Here to Brock Sparks. He's hitting .240 so far. 1 double, 11 runs driven in for Brock Sparks. Runners at first and third, and 1 away. That one's high and outside. The count is now at 2-0. In severe thunderstorm warning for Millette, Hocken, and Jackson. That is out until 6:30, I believe it said. Yep, until 6:30. As the count moves to 3-0. And again, when news director Zach Nelson needs to get on the air, we will go to YouTube only and have him take over KCCR and give you those severe weather details. 3-0 pitch is missed for ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded here with 1 away. And it will bring up Carson Fahey. Fahey, the right fielder, with the bases loaded and 1 out. 2 walks in the inning and a base hit. Carson Fahey, so far, 167 batting average. 2 extra base hits, 7 runs driven in. He's got RBI opportunities here. First pitch is over for strike 1. It's a big spot to go get this guy. Everybody stays back. They're looking for a double play to get you out of the inning. Here's the 0-1 from Polak. Upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike to Carson Fahey. Bases are loaded here with 1 away. Here's the 1-1. That's upstairs, and the count is now at 2-1. Polak was without a walk in the first inning. He's walked to the first 4 guys that he's faced in this inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one will miss low. Stalley is able to block it up, and the count is now 3-1, and Polak has to fire a strike here. He does not want to walk in a base runner. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Carson Fahey will have a good hitter's count here with the 3-1 counts and 1 down with the bases loaded. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball, slow roller. The only play is going to be to 1. Keenels will field. He'll fire a strike to first. It does bring in a run, and it's now a 5-1 ball game with 2 down. An RBI ground out for Fahey. And it will bring up the top of the order, and Seth Muth, who grounded out to Keenels at short in his first at-bat.
Center fielder, number 1, Seth Muth.
Muth at .338 batting average coming in the doubleheader. He's looking for RBIs 13 and potentially 13 and 14 with one swing of the bat, with runners at second and third and 2 away. First pitch is over for a strike of the knees to the leadoff man in the order, Seth Muth. Pollock will work from the windup with the runners at second and third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to Kinos again at short. He will field. The throw to first is going to be in time, and Pollock limits the damage against in the second inning. 1 run scores on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the third. Post State has a 4-run lead over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
A new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
And we welcome you back here on just YouTube as Post State is leading 5-1. We have, if you're looking for severe weather coverage or want severe weather coverage, because if you had to be listening here on YouTube, we will have that on KCCR right now. You can go to Facebook as well, and you can check that out. Facebook Live with News Director Zach Nelson. He is on the air as well on KCCR and on KCCR FM on Capital City Rock. So we welcome you back here to YouTube, and we'll have you here on YouTube as just on YouTube for as long as possible. We'll get you back, or get back to regular programming with the game back on KCCR whenever Zach will let us know, and we'll get back to it. But Gary Nedved will lead things off. He was the only guy that did not come to the plates in the top of the second. He'll lead it off here in the top of the third. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game. He flew out to the center fielder and Muth to finish out the top of the first inning. Post State scored 4 runs in that second as he'll swing at the first pitch and grounded past the third baseman and through to lead off the inning.
E5.
It will be an air charge to the third baseman and Helloyd on the first air between either side. And the leadoff man is on
Number 4, Jaden Wiebe.
to kick off the top of the third inning. Now here's Jaden Wiebe, who drew a walk starting the top of the second. With that walk that he came around to score on the RBI single from Brecken Kruger. First pitch over for strike 1 to Wiebe. Post State with the 5-1 lead here in the top of the second. Or excuse me, top of the third inning. That one's outside, and it's 1-1. Here to Jaden Wiebe. Again, new severe thunderstorm warning. That's out until 6:30 for Hughes, Stanley, and Lyman County. And you can go over to KCCR on the air, 1240 AM, 98.9 FM. That one will get to the backstop, and Nedved will jog his way to second. And the count is now 2-1 here to Wiebe. As News Director Zach Nelson has the latest for severe weather coverage on KCCR, and as well as on Capital City Rock. It's a 2-2 count now to Jaden Wiebe. And if anybody texts you and asks you about why the game isn't on the radio, we can go ahead and tell them they can go to YouTube and watch it. There's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Larson. He'll retire Wiebe. And there's one down here at the top of the third.
One away.
Here's now Jet Zabel
Brings up right fielder number 16, Jet Zabel.
Zabel walked and then was thrown out trying to take third on the base hit from Kruger. He was looking to get to third base on the throw, but the throw came to the third baseman, Helloyd, and he was able to race down and tag out Zabel on his way to third. Infield is in all the way around here in the top of the third inning with one out. The 0-1 pitch, the line shot, that's past the diving Dylan Solik into left center field for an RBI single for Jet Zabel. And Post State gets the run right back, and they now lead it 6-1 here in the top of the third inning.
One out, runner at first, brings up left fielder number 5.
Now here's Jack Merkwan. Merkwan flew out to the right fielder in his first at-bat. Flew out to Carson Fahey. Here's the first pitch to him. He'll ground that one over to Solik. 6-4. The throw to first is going to be in time. 6-4-3 double play. And that quickly retires the inning here in the top of the third.
For Pierre, 1 run, 1 hit.
So it turns into 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left on base. It is a 6-1 lead for Post State over Mitchell as you're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR. Actually, you're just watching right now on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll actually give you a little bit of some live coverage, I believe, from News Director Zach Nelson.
Storm, as hopefully I can get the radar to pop back up here. I've had issues with that radar kind of not wanting to work with me here, so we'll try to, there we go, we get the radar rebooted. Right now we've got a stronger cell just south of the interstate in the Belvedere area, and then we also have a storm that is just north of the interstate. So the interstate right now between Belvedere and Kadoka, you've got 2 storms. The stronger storm is to the south, and that weaker storm is to the north. Both of them still severe, but the interstate kind of splitting those right now, and a lot of other storms that are all around them. But I would say the strongest storm is getting close to the Belvedere area here as we speak. Let's see here. A couple of storm reports. Nothing out of the Aberdeen office. I thought there was a Jackson County report. They had a wind gust of 60 miles an hour at Kadoka when that storm came through. That's the one we just got done talking about near Belvedere. And also a wind gust of 56 miles an hour, 7 miles east of Wombly in Jackson County. So Kadoka seeing a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. And we're talking about the potential today for any of these storms to carry 60 to possibly 80-mile-an-hour winds. Thankfully, we're on the low end of that right now. But any of these storms that could develop, the stronger storm right now looks to be this one that is west of the West Bend.
We welcome you back here to Mitchell. And again, if you're looking for severe weather coverage, you can go to KCCR 1240 AM as well as 98.9 FM, as well also on Capital City Rock as News Director Zach Nelson right now with severe weather coverage. Here in Mitchell, it's a 6-1 lead for Post State as we start the bottom of the third. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Dylan Solik, the shortstop, who had the one only hit, just 2 hits so far for Mitchell. Brock Sparks the other with a base hit. Here's the 1-0. That one will bounce in. It's now 2-0. Isaac Pollock in that second inning worked around 2 different walks, allowing just 1 run to score as he was able to strand runners at second and third. Here's the 2-0. That is outside, and the count's quickly 3-0. Jonas Schmidt and Jake Helloyd, 2, 3, and 4 here in the bottom of the third for Mitchell. The 3-0 pitch. That one will miss for ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Third walk now issued from Isaac Pollock.
Leadoff walk for Solik.
And it will bring up Jonas Schmidt. Here the pitcher for game number 1. We'll see who the game 2 starter is for both these teams, but Isaac Pollock right now throwing to the game 1 starter, Jonas Schmidt, hitting the vintage National League lineup. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1, historic National League lineup with Jonas Schmidt hitting for himself. Counts 1-0, 5 straight misses right now here too from Isaac Pollock as we welcome those back in on KCCR. That one is over for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. There's a runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Post State was able to get a run back in the top of the third inning. They lead it 6-1 over Mitchell, with the wind flying into the press box and all the way around. One pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. This is Jonas Schmidt and then Jake Helloyd, 3 and 4 in the order for Mitchell. And they're trying to claw their way back into this one. Down 6-1 here in the bottom of the third. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's now at 3-1. And Polak in danger of walking his second base runner. Walking back-to-back guys to lead off the inning. Polak will come set from the stretch. Here's the 3-1 pitch, or 3-1 pitch. Yep, upstairs for ball 4. And it's back-to-back walks. And it's now Jake Helloyd after a mound visit here from Brian White. Post State will have 3 more games this week. They'll play tomorrow at 7 o'clock against Minot, and then it will be a 9:30 a.m. and then a third game to follow, which would be about 2.5 hours later. We actually have a pitching change. Isaac Polak will come out of the ball game after going just 2 innings. He'll be replaced by Jaden Wiebe. Johnny Lyons will come into the ball game, so we will step aside here for a minute, come back with and tell you the changes. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you. And Post State has gone to the bullpen, and it's Jaden Wiebe that will come in. I guess technically he didn't come for the bullpen. He came from third base, but Johnny Lyons will go over to third base now as he'll enter the ball game with runners at first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. And for Post State, the lineup changes. The only thing that changes, Lyons will be in the spot now for Gary Nedved in the DH spot. So Lyons will be set to hit 6th this coming inning. He's 5th in the lineup now. But Jaden Wiebe will enter the game on the mound for Post State, and he will be making his 5th appearance, 4th relief appearance. He's gone 10 innings so far, 13 hits, 10 runs, 7 of them earned, 7 walks and 5 strikeouts, and a ERA of 4.9 and a whip of 2. So now here is Jaden Wiebe with runners at first and second and nobody out in the bottom of the third. He's got to deal with one of the best hitters for this Mitchell team. In terms of power, he is the best hitter. First pitch is at the bottom of the zone at the knees in the corner, and it's 0-1 here to Helloyd. He popped out to Keenels at short to finish off the first inning. 4 home runs so far for Helloyd. That is the team high by 3. He's got 4 of the 5 home runs. That one will get away from Stalley. Both runners will move up to second and third, and the count is now 1-1. So now Helloyd with a base hit could cut the lead to 3. Drive in those 2 runs. Runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the 1-1 from Wiebe. That one's catching the corner as well, and it's now 1-2. Low strike seems to be there for both the pitchers, or both teams' pitchers. The high strike maybe not as much, which it becomes a little bit more of a pitcher-friendly umpire. 1-2 pitch is popped up into shallow center field. That one will fall. Matthew Hansen lost his balance, and the run will come in to score. And it's an RBI single for Helloyd, as he will drive in RBI number 25 of the season. And it's now first and third with nobody out, and it's a 6-2 ball game. Hanson trying to make his way out there, but as he got farther and farther out there, he ended up losing his balance. Couldn't make the catch, and Kruger and Zabel are playing deeper because of the threat that Helloyd has with the power, and unable to fly in to make the grab. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one to Jace Larson, who walked and came in to score. At that point was the first run for Mitchell. The only run for Mitchell until that RBI single for Helloyd. Another RBI opportunity. Post 8 will trade 2 outs for 1 run with a ground ball. That one's popped foul. That one will land in the stands, and the count's now 0-2, an empty spot in the bleachers. Count's now 0-2. Looking for a strikeout here is Wiebe. 0-2 pitch. Comes high and inside. And Larson looked like maybe he was going to start to go and then had to back away from it. Kept the bat at his shoulders. And the count's now 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. And it remains at 1-2. Can't close the book quite yet on Isaac Pollock. He is still responsible for the man on third base. That one is popped up. Bennett Dean is going to go back into fair territory, but he will make the catch, and there's now 1 down. And now you're a ground ball away from finishing out this inning with limited damage.
First baseman, 1 away.
Runners at first and third now with
Brings up the first baseman,
1 down.
number 10, Mason Garrett.
Pollock did go 2 innings, allowing just 2 hits, so he had 4 walks and 1 strikeout. He is tagged for both the runs that have scored and is responsible for that runner at third base. Mason Garrett's first pitch. He'll pop that one up. Matthew Hansen will come in. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down. And Jaden Wiebe's hat goes all the way out into left field, so time will be called. Matthew Hansen lost his hat as well. Everybody is losing their hat with the win, and there's now 2 away. And it will bring up Hudson Haley.
Brings up the catcher, number 9, Hudson Haley.
Winds at 30 miles an hour, and the mops on the heads of some of these guys. Well, Hansen had actually cut his hair not too long ago, but put your head up, and that wind will carry the cap far away. But there's now 2 down. Runners at first and third for Hudson Haley. And the first pitch will miss for ball 1. Wiebe comes set from the stretch. Here's the 1-0. That one is popped up. Bennett Dean will call for it. It's going to move back into fair territory. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Jade Wiebe comes in, gives up a base hit on a pop-up, and the only run scored is 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Post State leads at 6-2 over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
It is the top of the 4th inning. Post State, they are leading 6-2 over Mitchell in the first of 2 big games here tonight between these 2 teams. Mitchell 11-3 in South Dakota games. Post State right now at 4-6 in South Dakota games. 9-1-2 here for the 8s. to open up the top of the fourth. Brecken Kruger, followed by Lincoln Keenels, and then Matthew Hansen, as the Eights will try to extend their lead again. They've scored so far in each of the first 3 innings, 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and another run in the third. And they lead at 6-2. Post State was able to escape 2 different jams so far in the second and third innings. The bases were loaded with 1 out. They were able to get out of it with 2 ground ball outs, only allowing 1 run to score. And then it was first and second with nobody out. And then it turned into an RBI single for Helloy, and then 3 pop-outs to end the inning. Those of you watching on YouTube right now will step aside for just a second. We're going to send things back to the station here. News Director Zach Nelson with more updates from our severe weather. Brecken Kruger will step to the plates. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Grounds that one straight through the hole on the left side again, and Kruger is 2 for 2 to open up the ball game. It took him all until his final at-bat to pick up a hit over the last weekend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He got a couple hits, got a double on that Thursday, but didn't get a hit through the Minot tournament until his final at-bat of the weekend on Sunday. And he started and he's continued that now here into today with back-to-back singles out of the 9th spot here for Post State. He was hitting in the leadoff spot for the Eights last weekend. First pitch to Lincoln Keenels is fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. A little bit of some weight's been lifted off the shoulders of Keenels with the decision made now, as getting announced on Twitter before this game, that he is verbally committing to the University of Washington, be the quarterback for the Washington Huskies. He'll be traveling out to Seattle after his senior year. The 0-2 misses, and it's now 1-2 here to Keenels. He is 1 for 1 so far, a single to walk. That's the second guy in the last 2 days, or this week, as that one's fouled away by Keenels, and the count is here at 1-2. The umpire's hat goes flying off this time. But Jason Machachak, the transfer from Douglas coming into Pierre, he is announced on Twitter Monday he's verbally committing to North Dakota. And now Keenels today, as that one misses just a bit inside, maybe a little high, and it's now 2-2. So Machachak is Notre Dame, or North Dakota, and Keenels going to Washington. There's a ground ball. That's over the glove of the third baseman, Hell Lloyd. It's now first and second here with nobody out. And it's 2 for 2 day for Lincoln Keenels as well. He's been on base all 3 times, and it'll bring up Matthew Hansen. Hansen is 0 for 1. He struck out looking back in the first, and then he drew a walk in the second. As he'll hit with runners at first and second and nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. And the Eights right now are leading at 6-2. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Matthew Hansen. As again, we welcome you back here on KCCR as Matthew Hansen grounds one through the hole on the left side. Brecken Kruger will be rounding third. He's going to try and score. The throw coming in is going to be cut off, and Kruger will score standing up. Matthew Hansen with an RBI single and a 7-2 lead now for Post State. Back-to-back-to-back singles to kick off the top of the 4th inning for Post State, and the run that scored the bottom of the 3rd, just like it was in the 2nd, is answered right back here at the top of the inning. And Post State right back up by 5, and still threatening here as it's now the number 3 hitter, George Stalley, to the plate. He drove in 2 runs in his second at-bat. He's 1 for 2 right now with a single. First pitch is over for strike 1. Count is 0-1 here to George Stalley, who is 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Listen to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. There's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, and then a ball that was dropped on the transfer will get Hansen out. It was dropped by the second baseman on the transfer from Solik to Larson, looking to maybe try to throw to first, so it turns into a fielder's choice. and there's now one down.
One away brings up first.
And it will bring up Bennett Dean. So runners at the corners now with one away in the top of the fourth. Dean is 1 for 2. And he's looking for an opportunity to drive in his second run of the ball game. So Keenels is over at third, Stalley at first. Here's the 1-0 to Dean. Stalley takes off, pitches high and outside, the throw. Keenels will try and score, the throw back home. They got him out at home trying to score. So Stalley is safe at second. Keenels is thrown out trying to score, and there's now 2 down.
4-2 put out number 2.
And Stalley will take second, he'll get the steal. But Keenels is thrown out, and there's now 2 away. They'll count as 1-1 here to Bennett Dean. So Stalley's still at second base, so an RBI opportunity is still here for Dean, but he'll have to get a base hit. Can't use a ground ball, then beat out the throw trying to stay out of the double play. Obviously, Stalley at second base. First, the 1-1 pitch is missed in the dirt and blocked up by Haley. Stalley got a good jump, but knowing that it was blocked cleanly, unable to advance his way over to third base. Here's the 2-1. That one will catch the inside corner, and the count is now at 2-2 here to Dean. Looking to extend this another time here for Post State, extend the lead farther. With a runner on second and 2 away. 2-2 pitch. That is outside, and the count is full at 3-2. Johnny Lyons is on deck. This will be his first at-bat if he gets an opportunity. Replacing Gary Nedved in the DH spot when Jaden Wiebe went to the mound for Isaac Pollock. 3-2 pitch from Schmidt to Dean. And Dean will go the other way out towards left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. He's going to drive in his second run of the ball game. Dean's rounding first, heading for second. He's going to slide in safely with a double. A 2-out RBI double for Bennett Dean, and Post State now leads it 8-2. His second RBI of the ball game. Second hit for Dean, first extra base hit for Post State.
Third baseman number 24, Johnny.
And now here's Johnny Lyons. So this will be Lyons' first at-bats. And for Lyons hitting 222, actually, take that back and get you the right numbers. That one's grounded foul by Lyons. He's hitting at 298. 4 doubles, 9 runs driven in so far for Post State, hitting 240 with runners in scoring position. And he's got that runner in scoring position right now in second base after Bennett Dean was able to drive in that run with a double. Ball in the dirt. Dean reads it perfectly. He's standing up at third base, so he's 90 feet away. And a good job there by Dean to read that ball in the dirt to take third base. Base hit was probably going to score him, but now there's no question about it if Lyons gets a base hit. With a count 1-1. 1-1 pitch will miss low. Now 2-1 here to Lyons. Nedved went 0 for 2 in this ball game. He flew out to center field and also reached on the air. That was able to kick off the third inning. He did come around to score on the RBI single from Jet Zabel. And it's now a 3-1 count. Jaden Wiebe is on deck. Schmidt will go back to the windup here with a 3-1 count. Lyons will take the 3-1 pitch. It's now 3-2. A full count pitch upcoming here with a runner on third and 2 away in the top of the fourth. That one will miss. It's going to get to the backstop. Bennett Dean's going to come in to score, making it a 9-2 ball game for Post State on the 2-out walk. And the Eights continue to extend their lead here in the top of the fourth inning. And now here's Jaden Wiebe.
Brings up pitcher number 4, Jaden Wiebe.
Wiebe is 0 for 1. He walked and then grounded out to the second baseman. In his 2 trips to the plate so far. First pitch was over for strike 1 to Wiebe. after Isaac Pollock went through those 2 innings. Weeby now in, was able to pick up the 3 outs in the third. The 0-1 is just a bit outside. The count is even at a ball and a strike. Here to Jaden Weeby. Hitting .283 coming in to this doubleheader. 1-1 pitch will miss low, and it's now 2-1. He is the 7th man to come to the plate. 3 runs have scored so far for the Eights. Second time they put up a crooked number in this ball game. 2-1. Send a check over, and Lions will dive back in safely. For Mitchell in the bottom of the 4th inning, they will have 8, 9, and 1. Sparks, Fahey, and Muth. And Post State would like to add just maybe another run to this 7-run lead right now. That one's on the outside corner, 2-2 now to Weeby. A 9-2 advantage for Pierre. Pierre was able to score a lot of runs in the first 2 games of the Minot tournament. Then we're stymied in the final game. That one's popped up. That one's going to be a tough play coming in. The right fielder, though, that hung up there, made a much easier play with that wind blowing it all the way out to him. Carson Fahey will make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the 4th inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Post State leads at 9-2 over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment 224-6727.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
As we welcome you back here to Mitchell, bottom of the 4th inning, Post State is right now leading 9-2, 8, 9, and 1 for Mitchell in the bottom of the 4th. And it will be Brock Sparks, Carson Fahey, and Seth Muth. The Eights are able to score 1 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, and 3 in the 4th. As it's now Brock Sparks to lead things off for Mitchell. Mitchell has scored 1 in the second and third. They were threatening to score multiple runs in both those innings, but were only able to score 1 in each of those innings, as the first pitch is missed well outside for ball 1 as they'll get to the backstop. As Jaden Weeby works his way into his second inning of work. There's a fly ball out towards left field. That moving over is Jack Merquan to make the catch, and there's now 1 down. Boy, that ball left the bat and didn't think that would have any chance to get out to Merquan. That was going to land in front for a base hit, and that just kept carrying out there, and Merquan was able to make the catch for the first out. And now here's Carson Fahey, who grounded out but had an RBI that put Mitchell on the board back in the bottom of the second. He's 0 for 1 as the first pitch is over for strike 1 and just bounced right off the glove of the catcher, Stalley. And it's 0-1. The umpire blocking the view of Stalley trying to make the catch. It almost looked like it would have went off the face mask. I mean, it looked like it was right down the middle. It just boop, right off the glove. Here's the 0-1. That'll miss low, and it's now 1-1 here to Carson Fahey, the number 9 man in the order. And back to Seth Muth, the top of the order in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-1 is a fly ball out towards left center field. That one's going back all the way out towards the wall. 1 hops off the wall. Kruger will play it off the wall, and it will be a 1-out double for Carson Fahey to bring up Seth Muth with a runner in score position. And again, the ball is just flying out towards the outfield. The wind is really carrying that ball out there. And that's the third double of the season for Carson Fahey. First extra base into the ball game for Mitchell. And now here's Seth Muth, who has grounded out to Keenels twice at short. He's 0 for 2. Weeby will come set from the stretch in the first pitch, and that one is flown out towards left field. Jack Merkwan going back out towards the wall. That one's hit the bottom of the wall. A run will come in to score. The throw in, that's another double. And it will be a now 9-3 ball game with back-to-back doubles. That one from Seth Muth and the RBI. And they do get one of those 3 runs back here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Brings up shortstop, number 8, Dylan Solik.
Dylan Solik, he is 1 for 1 so far. Walked and also drew a walk. He came around to score in the bottom of the 3rd. News director Zach Nelson sending a message out and saying that Mitchell is in a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m., so we'll keep that in mind here, and I know the coaches will keep that in mind throughout the evening as it counts 0-1 here to Dylan Solik, which could make the drive back to Pierre really fun. 0-1 pitch. That one will hit Solik.
Hit by pitch.
And it's now first and second with 1 away. Back-to-back doubles, then a hit by pitch. And now it's first and second here with 1 away. And it will bring up Jonas Schmidt. And this is the part of the order that you got to keep the ball down on. As Jonas Schmidt's looking to help himself get back into this ball game. As he's given up the 9 runs so far through 4 innings. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. And again, as severe weather coverage is needed, we will send things back to KCCR, and News Director Zach Nelson will continue to have coverage throughout the evening. That one will also hit Jonas Schmidt, so now the bases are now loaded. Here with the bases loaded with only 1 out. First man was retired on a fly ball to left field. Back-to-back doubles, and now guys who have been hit back-to-back times. New severe thunderstorm warning for Buffalo, Hand, Hughes, and Hyde and Lyman. That's out until 7 o'clock. Bases are loaded here for now Jake Helloyd. First pitch will miss low and away for ball 1. You got to be careful to Helloyd with those 4 bombs so far. He can, with 1 swing, can pull Mitchell within 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled back. And again, we will send things back to the studio right now with News Director Zach Nelson. The game continues on YouTube at KCCR Sports, but right now we'll send things back to the studio. Here's Zach Nelson. Bases are loaded here with 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is popped up. That one will be coming its way back into play. It does, but it was near the wall, that brick wall right at the edge of play. And the count's now 1-2, and Weeby a strike away from picking up his first strikeout. And can potentially make things a little bit easier. Again, the third baseman's in. Dean's playing back behind the runner, but the middle infield is back, looking for a ground ball to try and turn a double play and get out of the inning. 1-2 pitch, line shot, base hit. 1 run will come in to score. It's going to go to the corner. Merkwan's able to cut it off. 2 runs will come in to score. It's now a 9-5 ball game, and there's another double. Third double of the inning now for Mitchell. And Jake Helloyd has picked up RBIs 2 and 3 in the ball game. And it is a 9-5 ball game now with 1 out. Runners at second and third.
Number 2, Jace Larson.
And now here's Jace Larson. First pitch is popped up. Jaden Weeby will call for it coming from the mound. He'll make the catch. That's a big second out in there for the Eights. As 3 runs have now scored in the inning, with another 2 threatening to come in. And now it's Mason Garretts that will come to the plate.
First baseman, number 10, Mason Garretts.
Garretts is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging and also popped out to the shortstop Keenels. And his 2 trips to the plate. Runners at second and third with 2 away. That one will miss for low for ball one. 9-5 our score. 3 runs have scored in the inning. 2 RBI double for Muth. Excuse me, an RBI double for Muth. And then a 2 RBI double for Helloyd. That one's on the outside corner. It's now 1-1. Both State trying to keep that separation between them and Mitchell. A 4-run lead right now could evaporate to a 2-run lead with a base hit. There's a slow roller, third base line. Lyons will field. The throw to first is going to be not in time. And Coach Brian White makes his way out. He will call time. And they will ask for an appeal to the home plate umpire. Right now it's first and third, and it's a 9-6 lead. And they will talk it over. Coach White thought he was out. We'll see if the home plate umpire agrees. It's going to take a lot for him to call him out, and they're going to say he's safe. And it's now a 9-6 ball game. An RBI single for Mason Garrett's an infield single. And Hudson Haley now will come to the plate. And Coach White pleading his case that the runner was out at first base. And he will not win the argument. But it's first and third now with 2 away, and it's a 3-run ball game. Hudson Haley popped out to the first baseman, Dean. That ended the bottom of the third. Well, now he hits with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth when runners at first and third. And again, a base hit would make it a 2-run ball game. If the runner takes off and takes second, Mason Garrett's, then he'd be in position to score, and he can make it a 1-run ball game with a base hit. He takes off in the first pitch. Nope, he does. He looked like he was stealing, did not steal. And the pitch missed inside for ball 1. Haley is 1 for 2. Got the second hit of the ball game for Mitchell. That one is over for a strike, and the count is now at 1-1. 3 doubles in the inning and a single. 4 hits so far for Mitchell here in the bottom of the fourth, scoring 4 different times as well. 1-1. That was another slow roller down the third base line. Lyons will field his throw to first. That one's going to be not in time because it goes off the glove of Dean. And so now it's still first and third.
E3.
And the game is now a 9-7 advantage, and it's still first and third with a base hit, making a 9-8 ball game here as it's the 10th man to come to the plate. Brock Sparks started the inning with a fly out to left field. And then back-to-back doubles, back-to-back hit by pitches. That one's popped up. That one might stay in play. Stalley going over, and he is unable to make the catch as he got close to the wall. And it's now 0-1. A fly out to left for Sparks. He's 0 for 1 so far. Fahey doubled as well as Muth. Then Solik and Schmidt were hit by a pitch. Helloyd drove in 2 runs with a double. Larson popped out of the pitcher. An RBI infield single for Garrett's. An air charge to Dean on the throw from Johnny Lyons. And that's how we get back to Sparks. And he'll line that one into center field for a base hit. It's now a 9-8 ball game. And Post State just led by 7 runs coming into this inning. It's now a 9-8 game here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. The runners at first and second. And Carson Fahey's already doubled.
Number 3, Carson Fahey.
Fahey's already doubled once this inning. Has an opportunity to make it a 9-9 game. It's going to be a 9-9 game. As the first pitch is popped up, Brecken Kruger, a long run coming in, but he will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As 6 runs score for Mitchell in the bottom of the fourth on 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the fifth. It is a 9-8 lead now for Pierre over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
For a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Man, my pocketbook took a hit from the propane prices this winter.
Sounds like you need to talk to Ed, Chris, and Carla over at CHS. I locked in my propane pricing this time last year with CHS, and they even set me up on a budget program so I could pay for it each month rather than all at once. Sure helped me this winter.
Really? A budget plan and you got to lock in a price now? Who did you talk to?
CHS, the elevator in town. They're also a hometown propane supplier. Give them a call at 224-5935. Ask for Ed, Chris, or Carla. Stop in or visit their website, chsriverplains.com.
As we enter the top of the fifth inning, Post 8 is now leading 9-8 over Mitchell after Mitchell drove in 6 runs in that bottom of the fourth inning. And it will be 7-8-9, Jet Zabel, Jack Merkwan, and Brecken Kruger, the first 3 hitters here for the Eights here in this fifth inning as Post 8 needs to score some runs here after having a comfortable 9-2 lead. It turns into now a 9-8 lead, and that's why baseball is so much fun and also sometimes very agonizing too, is that for Mitchell it's a lot of fun. You're down by 7, now we're only down by 1. It's a completely different ball game. It's agonizing because you're up by 7 for Pierre. You're going, boy, you get a 0, add a couple more runs in the fifth inning. We're looking for a 10-run rule win. And now all of a sudden you're going, wait a second, we got to score some more runs now just to keep ourselves in the lead.
86 pitches. Leading off, right fielder number 16, Jet Zabel.
Here is Jet Zabel to lead things off here for Post 8 in the top of the fifth inning. Again, we welcome those back here on KCCR, listening on the radio, watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's the first pitch to Jet Zabel. That's upstairs for ball 1. In that last inning, it was a fly out to open up the inning and then back-to-back doubles. And then 2 guys were hit by a pitch, then another double that drove in the next 2 runs. A pop out of the pitcher, an RBI single, an air charge to Dean at first, and then a RBI single before finally a fly out to center field to finish out the inning. 11 guys came to the plate in that bottom of the fourth inning. 3-0 count here to Jet Zabel. Zabel right now is 1 for 1. He walked and also had an RBI single. He's taken all the way, and he'll take a 4-pitch walk to open up the top of the fifth inning. After that long inning, Jonas Schmidt, he's starting to run out of pitches here. There's going to be some activity out in the left field bullpen, and actually now a mound visit coming out here as well, as Jack Merkwan will be the next hitter. As right around the 90 pitch mark now for Jonas Schmidt. In a 9-8 ball game, he is right at 90 with that 4-pitch walk. So he's got 15 pitches left to go, and Mitchell, the bullpen has to get moving fairly quickly here.
Left fielder number 5, Jack Merkwan.
Now here's Jack Merkwan, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out into a double play to end the top of the third inning. He's one of 2 guys that did not swing the bat in the top of the fourth. He'll swing it right at the first pitch, ground it over to the shortstop. The throw to second for 1, no chance at first. So they get the lead runner from Solik to Larson.
Out at second.
And there's 1 down. And a fielder's choice for Merkwan. There's a runner on first and 1 away now here in the top of the fifth.
Center fielder number 6, Brecken Kruger.
Brecken Kruger, he's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Drove in a run back in the top of the second. Or that 4-run inning for Post 8. They've scored in every inning so far through the first 4. He shows bunt and fouls it back. And it's 0-1 here to Kruger. Looking for now a bunt base hit. Went through the hole on the left side. Both times he's gotten those 2 singles. Here's the 0-1. That one will catch the inside corner, and the count is now 0-2. Here to Brecken Kruger. Merkwan is on deck. He's on first. Lincoln Keenels is on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kruger goes the other way, pops it up. It's in foul territory. The first baseman will make the catch, and Garrett's. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the 5th. And it brings up Lincoln Keenholz. Keenholz is 2 for 2. Been on base all 3 times. 2 singles so far.
Top of the order, shortstop Lincoln Keenholz.
So if Keenholz can find a gap here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning, Merquan could score all the way from first. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Down to just 10 pitches left here for Jonas Schmidt. That one will hit Keenholz, and it's now runners at first and second. And Keenholz has been on base all 4 times he's been to the plate.
Hit by pitch.
And it will bring up the number 2 hitter, Matthew Hansen. So Merquan leads away from second now. Keenholz on at first. Here's the first pitch to Matthew Hansen upstairs for ball 1.
Second baseman, Matt Hansen.
And again here for Jonas Schmidt. He's down to his final 8 pitches. Pitch number 97. Here's the 1-0 upstairs. Now 2-0. It's like before Mitchell. Right-hander getting loose in the bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Looks like it probably is going to be a breaking ball that did not break. And then the throw back to Schmidt from Haley. Schmidt was not looking at it and hit him in the chest. The count's now 3-0. After that last pitch, I know that Schmidt would probably like to have that pitch back, trying to get the grip of the ball. But he didn't seem very comfortable when you get hit by the ball coming back at you. Doesn't make you feel any more comfortable. The count's now 3-0. George Stalley, the catcher, on deck. 3-0 pitch. Hansen will get the green light. He swings and misses. And it's now 3-1. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's outside for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. Hit by pitch and a walk. As load the bases up with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And Post State trying to get another run across here in this 5th inning to continue the trend of scoring in each of the first 5 innings. Pitch number 102 upcoming here from Jonas Schmidt. Here's the first pitch to Stalley. It's over for strike 1. More than likely, even if outside of Stalley getting a base hit and continue the inning, but if Stalley gets him out and he still has a pitch left to go, this will probably be the last hitter. That one will miss, and it's not going to get far enough away from the catcher Merquan, or from the catcher Haley for Merquan to score. The count's now 1-1. And the way that ball got away from Haley, it's hard for Merquan to see the ball get away from Haley, and again, probably would have been a very close play at the plates at best. Here's the 1-1. Stalley taps it out in front of the plate, but it will be foul. And the count's now 1-2. Oh, nearly hit the lip right there and almost looked like he was about to make its way back into fair territory. This will be pitch number 105, so regardless of the outcome, this will be the final batter for Jonas Schmidt. A 1-2 pitch with 2 outs and the bases loaded. On pitch number 105, it misses just a bit upstairs. The count's now 2-2.
Come on, Matt.
And again, he can finish this at bat. Doesn't matter how many more pitches he needs. He can finish this at bat, then he'll have to be removed from the ball game. Here's the 2-2. That's taken at the top of the zone for strike 3, and that will end the inning here in the bottom of the top of the 5th inning. No run score, no hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We had the bottom of the 5th, and Post State's leading 9-8 over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
It is the bottom of the fifth inning, and Post State is leading 9-8. They once led 9-2, but a 6-run inning in the bottom of the fourth for Mitchell has made this a 1-run ball game. And it will be for Mitchell in the fifth inning. It will be the top of the order. Seth Muth, Dylan Solik, and Jonas Schmitz. After they had 11 guys come to the plate in the bottom of the fourth inning, scoring 6 times, we're right back to the top of the order for Muth, Solik, and Schmidt, as Jade Wiebe is trying to keep this a lead here for Post State as we play here in the bottom of the fifth.
Top of the order, center fielder, number 1.
Seth Muth, he is 1 for 3 so far. He doubled home a run back in the fourth inning. Ground out to Keenels the other 2 times he's been in the plate. Here's the first pitch to Muth. That'll be taken upstairs for ball 1. He was part of 3 straight fly balls out towards left field, left center field, and 2 doubles were hits. That one's at the knees, and it's now 1-1. 5 hits in the inning, last inning for Mitchell. 3 of those 5 were doubles. Here's the 1-1. It's outside, it's 2-1. So 8 hits so far for Mitchell through 4 innings. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one is upstairs, now 3-1. Earlier today, there's several final scores that we can go through here, as it was Spearfish beating East 6-5. As the 3-1 will miss for a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the fifth. Open things up here. And it will be the number 2 hitter, Dylan Solik.
Brings up shortstop, number 8, Dylan Solik.
Then West came back and beat Spearfish 11-0. Just had another final score come through, and it is East beating Sturgis 15-13, a high-scoring game between those 2 teams. Sturgis still looking for their first South Dakota win. First pitch will miss, blown away to Dylan Solik, and good block there from George Stalley. The count's 1-0. Runner on first with nobody away here in the bottom of the fifth. The 1-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here in the bottom of the fifth, a 9-8 ball game here in game 1 of our doubleheader. The 1-1 pitch will miss low, and it's now 2-1. Post State had a 9-2 lead going in the bottom of the fourth inning. They had scored in each of the first 4 innings, a 4 spot in the second and a 3 spot in the fourth. But a 6 spot in the bottom of the fourth for Mitchell put him right back in within 1. 2-1 pitch will hit him. That's the 3rd time that man's been hit from Mitchell. Solik, that's the 2nd time that he's been hit. And is now 1st and 2nd here with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Coach Brian White will make his way out and talk with Jade Wiebe or to make a change. And they will make a change and go with Jed Zabel. So Jade Wiebe is able to go 2 innings plus, but not get an out into the bottom of the 5th. So we will step aside here and come back with the changes. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
It is the bottom of the fifth inning. It is first and second here with nobody out, and we have a new pitcher. Jet Zabel is now on the mound for Post 8, and he will have to try and limit the damage and try and limit to 0 to keep this a 9-8 ball game. As Zabel is on the mound, Matt Hansen will go out to right field from second base, and Wiebe will go from the mound to second to close out that triangle of changes without anything happening in the batting order. Jet Zabel so far, this will be his third relief appearance, 6th appearance overall. He's 1-2 so far in the year. He's given up 15 hits, 16 runs, 14 of them earned, 13 walks, 12 strikeouts. So the ERA is at 7, and the WHIP is at 2 through his 14 innings of work so far. Batting average against is at 288. And the one thing that's, for Post 8 that they would probably like to limit here down the stretch of this season is the amount of walks that they've had. They've walked 89 guys, and they've also have hit 32 different men so far on the season. We will throw things back here to News Director Zach Nelson. Again, you can catch the game on YouTube at KCCR Sports, but right now we're going to throw things back to Zach Nelson for more severe weather coverage. So Jonas Schmitz with runners at first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth inning will be the first man to greet Zabel. First pitch will come in, miss for ball 1. Schmitz 0 for 1. He flew out to center field. He drew a walk and it was hit by a pitch. Wiebe finishes hitting hit 3 guys. 2 of them hit against Solik. That one comes inside and taken for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Can't close the book on Jaden Wiebe quite yet, but he did go 2 innings, allowing 6 hits. He had 1 walk, no strikeouts. He did hit 3 different guys, but he is responsible for the 2 runners on base. He has given up 6 runs so far, 4 of them earned. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2 here to Jonas Schmidt. So far for Post 8, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. That's different than what the weekend was in terms of walks. Post 8 had just 1 walk in 3 games in the Minot tournament. They only had 1 strikeout in the Minot tournament, or 2 strikeouts in the Minot tournament. There's a ground ball over the lines at third. He'll step on the bag at third. He'll throw it across the diamond. Not going to be in time. Dean comes off the bag to make sure he is able to block it up. So they get the lead runner at third base. And there's now 1 down.
1 away.
And it brings up Jake Helloyd.
Brings up the cleanup hitter.
Helloyd, he's got 3 runs driven in so far. Runners at first and second right now. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI single and a 2 RBI double for Jake Helloyd. Here's the first pitch. Inside, just missing for ball 1. It went out towards the wall. I think it hit the base of the wall in his 2 RBI double. Merkwan and Kruger playing deep as well as Hansen. That one misses. It's now 2-0. Playing deep to respect Helloy, but also playing deep because knowing that wind will carry any ball out there. When the count 2-0 and 1 out, runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Post 8 leading 9-8. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Comes inside again, now 3-0. And your cleanup hitter who's hitting 371 coming in with 4 bombs. Do you give him the green light? An extra base hit most certainly ties it and probably gives you the lead. A 3-1 count and still be a good hitter's count. 3-0 pitch, not swinging, takes it for ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded for Jace Larson.
1-out walk to Helloyd. Bases are loaded.
So now it becomes huge here for Post State. With the corners in, the middle stays back. A ground ball gets you out of it without any damage. Got to be quick with it to turn a double play. First pitch misses for ball 1, and Zabel's got to find the strike zone. The left-hander works on the windup here. He'll deliver the 1-0 pitch. Curveball. That catches the zone. It's now 1-1. When the fastball's not working, sometimes it's good to go the curveball just to get it over, get the feel of finding the strike zone. So the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Another curveball. There's a swing and a foul. That goes back to the backstop, and the count's now at 1-2. Zabel looking for his first strikeout here in this ball game. Would be his 13th strikeout overall of the season. The bases loaded and 1 out. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, and there's a big strikeout for Zabel. There's now 2 down. And it'll bring up Peyton Mandel. His first at bat after he came into the game for Mason Garrett's at first base.
First baseman, Peyton Mandel.
And Peyton Mandel, after Garrett's goes 1 for 3, Mandel will, hitting 292, be looking for a base hit to tie the ball game up. First pitch on the curveball, over for strike 1. 292 batting average, 2 extra base hits with 2 doubles, 5 runs driven in for Peyton Mandel, and he's got 1 at third base, another at second in scoring position. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside. Good stop there from Stallion. Preserves the 1-run lead right now for Post State. Here is now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And Jet Zabel a strike away from dancing out of the bases loaded jam. Bases are loaded, 1-2 pitch upcoming with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Here is the 1-2. Curveball, ground ball, left side. Lions will field. The throw to first is in time, and Post State escapes the 1-out bases loaded jam. A strikeout and a ground out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We hit to the top of the 6th inning. Post State has a 9-8 lead over Mitchell. You're listening to Post State on KCCR Sports on YouTube, as we'll let you listen in on some severe weather coverage with News Director Zach Nelson.
Conditions are such that these could be producing winds even greater than what we're dealing with, and the immediate Fort Pierre area and areas to the west. We are all in a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock tonight. So we still have at least 2 hours of threat from basically the Missouri River west. From the Missouri River east, you've got that threat for severe weather up until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. So let's run down the warnings again here real quick, and then we'll send things back to John Winkler and Post State Baseball here on KCCR and music on Capital City Rock. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7:45 for northeastern Todd County, Tripp and Millette counties, with a storm basically right along the South Dakota-Nebraska border, moving up to the north. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning out for southeastern Hughes, eastern Lyman, and Buffalo counties, also till 7:45 for a storm that is basically right in between the Stefan area, getting pretty close to the Hyde-Han County border, and all of it south of Highway 14. So if you know anyone or yourself are south of Highway 14 between Highmore and Miller, that's where this storm is headed. And then we also have one that will be
We'll welcome you back here on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Lincoln Bates is now on the mound for Mitchell. Joe Schmidt will move to first base, so Bates will take the spot of Peyton Mandel. And he will be the new pitcher for Mitchell as we will check in on the final line score for, we can actually get you the final line score for Jaden Wiebe as well. He went 2 innings, allowing 6 runs, all of them earned on 6 hits, on 6 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. For Jonas Schmidt, who threw 106 pitches, he went 5 innings, allowing 9 runs, 7 of them earned on 9 hits. He had 7 walks and 3 strikeouts. He did hit 1 man. And it will be here for Post 8, 4, 5, and 6 in the top of the 6th inning. Bennett Dean, Johnny Lyons, and Jaden Wiebe.
2+ innings, 6 runs, 5 earned runs.
Post 8 with a 1-run lead. They led by as many as 7. It was 9-2. Now it's 9-8, and a big 0 in that bottom of the 5th inning has allowed Post 8 to continue to lead all the way through in this ball game. They led in the top of the 1st thanks to a Bennett Dean RBI single that scored Lincoln Keenels, and Post 8 went up 5-0 before Mitchell scored, and they were up 9-2 before that 6-run inning in the bottom of the 4th for Mitchell. As we welcome those back in on KCCR and 1240 AM, 98.9 FM, also on KCCRradio.com and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. First pitch in the top of the 6th inning is upstairs for ball 1. Lincoln Bates is on the mound now for Mitchell. Jonas Schmidt, we went through his line. We can go through that once again, as well as Jaden Wiebe's line, as Lincoln Bates will be making his 5th appearance. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. 8 innings pitched so far through those 4 games. So he's 1-0 with a save, 3 hits allowed, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. Dean will ground that one foul down the first baseline. The count's now 1-2. His ERA is 2.63 and a whip of 1.25 for Lincoln Bates so far in the season as he makes his 5th appearance of the summer. 1-2 pitch. This is low inside. The count's now 2-2. And again for Jonas Schmidt, he went 5 innings on 106 pitches, allowed 9 runs, 7 earned, 9 walks, 9 hits, 7 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 2-2. Misses inside again. Now the count is 3-2. Jaden Wiebe, he went 2 innings, allowed 6 runs, all of them earned. 4 runs were earned. 6 hits allowed, as there's a 3-2 pitch that misses for ball 4. And the leadoff walk here for Bennett Dean. Wiebe had 1 walk and no strikeouts. He did hit 3 guys in his 2 innings of 2+ innings of work. So now here's Johnny Lyons. Bennett Dean has been on 3 times so far in the ball game. Post 8 has had the leadoff man reach base all 6 innings now, and they scored in 4 of the first 5 innings with the leadoff man on base. First pitch misses for ball 1. And the leadoff man had scored in all 4 of those innings before Jet Zabel, who walked in the 5th, was retired on a fielder's choice. 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner, now 1-1. Lions drew a walk back in the 4th inning. He was left stranded at first base in his first plate appearance after Gary Nedved started out as the DH, went 0 for 2. Now Lions at third base in that DH spot, as that one's upstairs. It's now 2-1 here to Johnny Lyons. Here at the top of the 6th in game 1 of our doubleheader. We are closing in on the 2-hour mark. That one will miss in the dirt. Bennett Dean will take off for second. He will be standing at second base. That tag was close. The count's now 3-1. Dean thought there was no throw coming, and it might have been on the deke from Solik that made him think that the throw wasn't coming. The count is now at 3-1 here with nobody outs in the top of the 6th. The 3-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 4. It is now first and second with nobody away. Back-to-back walks to lead off this top of the 6th inning.
Brings up number 4, Jaden Wiebe.
Coach Brian White will have a quick conversation with Jaden Wiebe. Maybe telling him about maybe taking a pitch or two or see what happens here with, again, back-to-back walks to open up the outing for Lincoln Bates. Runners at first and second and nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Wiebe shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes it low for ball 1. Wiebe is 0 for 2 so far. He walked. He's also grounded out to the second baseman, also flew out to right field in his 2 trips to the plate. The 1-0 pitch showing bunt again. That time he stabbed at it and missed it. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Jet Zabel is on deck. First baseman in Schmidt, he is well in on the line. Wiebe not showing bunt this time. Takes it on the outside corner for strike 2. The count is now 1-2, and Schmidt will back his way up to be more even with the baseline. Bates will come set from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Bounces in. Dean takes off for third. The throw coming to third base. The tag. The ball is dropped by the third baseman at Helloyd. He might have been out if the ball was secured. But instead, the ball dropped right as the tag was being applied. And it's now second and third with nobody out. So with a 2-2 count here to Jaden Wiebe. Bates delivers. Wiebe takes high and inside for ball 3. And it's a full count now to Wiebe. And Bates in danger of walking the bases loaded. 3-2 pitch. Wiebe goes out towards right center field. Backing up to the center fielder Muth. They'll make the catch. Both runners will tag. Lyons on his way to third. He is going to be in there safely as Bennett Dean scores without a play. It's now a 10-8 lead for Post State on an RBI sac fly from Jaden Wiebe.
Sacrifice fly for Wiebe.
And the 8s are back up by 2.
Brings up number 16, Jet Zabel.
And Wiebe picks up RBI number 11 on the season. And there's one down for now Jet Zabel. First pitch in on the inside corner for strike 1. Zabel, then Merkwan, then Brecken Kruger. Infield in all the way around right now with the runner at third base and 1 out. 10-8 ball game here in the top of the 6th as we start to get late in game number 1. 1-1 pitch from Bates. Zabel will ground that one foul. Right over to Peyton Zabel, who didn't have to do anything but put the arm down and make the play. Right over to him. The count's now 1-2. Lyons leads away from third. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-2 pitch. That one's upstairs. Zabel was able to hold back in time. The count's now at 2-2. Again, for those, if you're still watching on YouTube, we're going to keep it here on YouTube. But if you're listening on KCCR, we're going to throw things back to News Director Zach Nelson. As Jet Zabel strikes out, we'll send things back to KCCR, back to the studio here for more severe weather coverage.
Hey, thanks a lot, John.
So there's 2 away. And Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, to the plate. Trying to score. Johnny Lyons needs a base hit as he'll go out towards right center field. That will do the job. It's going to go all the way out towards the right center field gap and in towards the wall. Merkwan on his way to second. He's not stopping at second. He's on his way to third. The throw coming in will go to the shortstop. Actually, Jonah Schmidt at first, the first baseman at second. And it's an RBI triple for Jack Merkwan with 2 outs here at the top of the 6th. And Post State back up by 3. The first hit of the day for Jack Merkwan is a triple. An RBI to boot. And the 8s have reclaimed a 3-run lead here in the top of the 6th inning. And now here's Brecken Kruger, still with an RBI opportunity. He is 2 for 3 right now with an RBI single back in the 2nd. Ball 1 to Kruger. So Brecken Kruger over the weekend of the Minot tournament hit .214. He had 3 hits, but only one of them from Friday through Sunday as he swings and misses. And it's now 1-1. overall in the season, hitting .222. Picked up RBI number 9, and he can extend that to his 10th RBI of the season with a base hit with Merkwan at third base. Ground ball left side, diving for it is the shortstop, and it goes into left field. Kruger has got an RBI single. Post 8 now leads 12-8. And that's his second RBI single of the ball game. Third hits of the day for Brecken Kruger. And he adds to his RBI total now. He's in double digits for Post 8. And a 12-8 lead here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. And now it's Lincoln Keenholz, who has been on base all 4 times, 2 singles, a walk, and was hit by a pitch. He's got an opportunity to drive one in the gap somewhere again. He'll sky the first pitch up in the air. Solik, the shortstop, calls for it. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 6th inning. But Post 8 does score 2 more runs. 3 runs.
No errors.
On 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. It is now a 12-8 lead for Post 8 over Mitchell. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball. Actually, you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll be back here in just a moment as we'll listen in on severe weather coverage with News Director Zach Nelson.
I can't think of what they call that junction with Highway 34 and Highway 50 at the Prairie Chicken. That's another something corner, but Max Corner is the one by Stefan, and I can't think for the life of me what that other junction is. But that area, that 20-mile stretch of Highway 50 is where that storm is, possibly going to impact here moving north of the Chamberlain area. But a brand new warning. This storm is nearing the Highway 45 corridor, nearing Sunshine Bible, really passing through Ree Heights right now. And, not a lot of distance between Ree Heights and Miller. So those of you in Miller and south of Miller, especially between Miller and St. Lawrence on Highway 45, that is where this storm will be at. All of that stretch of Highway 45 from Miller to Gan Valley is included in this too. And like I said, when these storms get out here, this new warning out for about 45 minutes or so. The warning for Brule County also out for about 45 minutes. That should be it for us. Again, the watch is only out for another 2 more hours until 9 o'clock, and then it's going to be an issue for areas downstream to our east. Thunderstorm watch also for the areas that are being impacted right now until 1 o'clock in the morning.
To the bottom of the 6th, number 9, Hudson Haley.
Hudson Haley will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning as we welcome you back here on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So the first pitch is over for strike 1. The 0-1 is outside. It's now 1-1. Grayson Hunsley now behind the plate here for Post 8. The 1-1 pitch is outside now 2-1. George Staley's spot is coming up second in the inning. Here's the 2-1. That's upstairs now 3-1. 3-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 3-2. Here to leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 6th in Hudson Haley. Listen to Casey's. Well, I guess I don't have to do the legal ID. We're not on the radio right now. As there's a swing and a miss from Hudson Haley. There's a strikeout to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. The second strikeout now from Jed Zabel, and it brings up Brock Sparks. It's 7-8-9 here in the bottom of the 6th. Brock Sparks, the 8th hitter, and then Carson Fahey, the number 9 hitter. It's going to give you the legal ID, but I guess technically Zach will take care of that on KCCR. As you're only watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports for right now until Zach throws it back to us. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. The count's now 1-1. Just past the 7 o'clock hour. Here in game 1 of our doubleheader, 1-1 pitch is outside, now 2-1. So 2 full hours of baseball for game 1. Game 2 will be between 20 and 30 minutes after game 1 ends. 2-1 pitch. That one is out towards left center field. Brecken Kruger, a long run coming in. Not going to get to it. It's a 1-out single for Brock Sparks. He is now 2 for 3 in the ball game.
One out single for Sparks.
And it will bring up Carson Fahey. Fahey is 1 for 3.
Now batting, number 9 hitter, number 3, Carson Fahey.
He doubled and scored back in the 4th inning. He was the first of 3 different doubles and first of back-to-back in the inning. That 6-run inning for Mitchell that pulled him back within 1. That one's flown out towards right center field. Matthew Hansen is over there. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Seth Muth, the center fielder, the top of the order.
Back to the top of the order.
And we welcome those back on KCCR. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Post State leading it 12-8 over Mitchell. First pitch will miss for ball 1. It is the top of the order, Seth Muth, who is 1 for 3 so far. Here's a ground ball left side. Keenol's trying to backhand it on a short hop. It goes past his glove and into left field. Both the runners will take an extra base on it. Second and third now with 2 away. And it will bring up now Dylan Solik. They're going to give a double to Seth Muth. 1 error so far for both sides. 12 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error for Pierre. 8 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error so far for Mitchell. Here's Dylan Solik with runners at second and third and 2 away. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Dylan Solik. He is 1 for 1. He's been on base all 4 times, but he singled back in the first, and then he was walked, hits, and hit again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss low and outside, and the count is even at a ball and a strike here to Dylan Solik. Jonas Schmidt, who was the starting pitcher, he is over at first base, and he is still in the lineup. He is on deck. 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in, gets away from Grayson Hunsley. Run will come in to score to make it a 12-9 ball game. And the count is now 2-1.
Wild pitch.
So runner at third with 2 away. It's now 12-9 here in favor of Post State. A base hit would make it another 2-run ball game again. 2-1 pitch to Solik. Ground ball left side. Keenol's again on the short hop. Makes the play. Has a double clutch. The throw to first is not going to be in time. It will be an infield single for Solik. And an RBI to make it a 12-10 ball game. 2 really tough plays for Keenol's over at shortstop. It's now a 12-10 ball game. Coach White will make his way out, and he will be turning to Lincoln Keenol's to try and get the final 4 outs of this ball game. So this will be the 4th different pitcher now for Post State. We will step aside for a minute and come back and tell you the changes. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the 2nd time in a row.
Ooh, 3rd time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
As we welcome you back here, Lincoln Keenol's is now on the mound for Post State, trying to get the final 4 outs here of game number 1. And for Lincoln Keenol's, this will be appearance number 6. All of them in relief so far. 10 1/3 innings. He is 1-0. And he has got 9 hits allowed, 5 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, 16 strikeouts. Does not hit a man, 1.355 ERA, and also a whip of 1.161. So here's Jonah Schmidt with 2 outs and a runner at first. And the first pitch, runner takes off. Pitch is taken for strike 1. And it is going to be a stolen base for Solik. Not to say the pitch was in the dirt, and it's called a strike, so I guess it crossed at the knees. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will be a check swing. They're going to check him over at behind the mound, and no swing, says the base umpire. And the count is now even at a ball and a strike here to Jonah Schmidt. He is 0 for 2. Flew out to center field and also grounded into a fielder's choice. He's walked and also been hit by a pitch. 1-1 is on the outside corner, and it's now 1-2. And a strike away from trying to finish out this inning here for Lincoln Keynoles.
You tell him to throw the foot out for the strike there.
Runner on second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Post 8 leading 12-10. 3 runs at the top of the 6th for the 8s. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th for Mitchell. Keynoles will get the sign from Hunsley. He'll come set and deliver the 1-2 pitch. That one is fouled back by Schmidt. And we will do it again here at 1-2. Again, this is if you're just now joining us, this is game 1 of our doubleheader. Not yet reached the end of game number 1, so could be a rather late evening here for the 8s against this Mitchell squad. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, hard ground ball over the head of Lyons at third base. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score a run, make it a 12-11 ball game. Rounding first and having to stay at first base is Schmidt. Good play there from Jack Merkwan out in left field to slide over to stop it from getting to the wall. But an RBI single for Schmidt nonetheless, and it's now a 12-11 ball game. Post 8 back to clinging to a 1-run lead. And now here's Jake Helloyd, who is 2 for 3 in the ball game with the RBI single and a 2 RBI double. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pickoff attempt and back in safely is Schmidt at first base. We officially close the book on Jet Zabel as he went an inning and 2/3, allowing 3 hits. The first pitch over for strike 1 to the number 4 hitter, Jake Helloyd. He had 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Jet Zabel. The 3rd different pitcher used. This is the 4th different pitcher. 0-1 pitch is taken on the inside corner. It's now 0-2. Helloyd turned away from it thinking it was about to hit him. But the count is now at 0-2 with 2 outs. Keno's looking for a strikeout to finish out the inning and keep this a 1-run lead for Post 8. The 0-2 pitch. This one is popped up. Right field, Jet Zabel over there. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Another 3-run score, though. Answer right back to Pierce 3 as they had it in 4 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 7th. Post 8's leading 12-11 over Mitchell. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Top of the 7th inning, Post 8 is leading at 12-11 and be looking to try and extend it one more time going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and they will do it with 2, 3, and 4. Grayson Hunsley will be the new number 3 hitter as he takes the place of George Stalley. And for Post 8, they've scored in every inning except for the 5th. Mitchell has scored in every inning except for the 1st and 5th inning. It's been it's been a little bit of a wild game. Post 8 led 5-0, and then they led 9-2. Then it made it 9-8. They went back up 12-8 before another 3 runs scored to make it 12-11. That's why we're sitting at a ball game that's 2 hours and 15 minutes old, and we're just now at the top of the 7th inning. And a lot of hits, 23 hits combined between the two teams. The first pitch over for strike 1. The fun thing about, well, some of the fun about it has been not as many walks, but there's been 15 walks combined. There's a bunt for Matt Hansen, perfectly placed, and a base hit for Matt Hansen to kick off the top of the 7th inning. A perfectly placed infield single for Hansen. And there's the leadoff man on base again to kick off the top of the 7th. All 7 innings, Post State has gotten the leadoff man on base. And all but the 5th is the leadoff man has come around to score. So now here is Grayson Hunsley, his first at-bats of the ball game. Hunsley comes in hitting .289 now. He's got 2 doubles. He's driven in 5 runs. Over the 4 games, he hit .364 this past weekend, as Post State went 2-2. He hit in 3 of those 4 games as he threw a complete game on Saturday. Hunsley had a double. He drove in a run. Here's the 0-1 coming from Bates to Hunsley. Instead of a pickoff attempt, and back in safely over at first base is Matthew Hansen. I'm going to keep an eye on a little bit of the weather that potentially could be impacting the Mitchell area. Of course, we've been on the air quite a bit for severe weather coverage on KCCR, as we'll continue to have that as necessary, and News Director Zach Nelson will have to continue to throw it back to him when it's necessary, as it counts 1-1 here to Grayson Hunsley. Mitchell is in a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. There's a line shot that's going to land in front of the left fielder, and Sparks is now first and second as Hunsley adds to the hit parade between these two teams. First and second here, and now 25 combined hits between the two.
Number 13, Bennett Dean.
And now here's Bennett Dean. Dean is 2 for 3 in the ball game. He singled home a run, doubled home a run. Been a ground out victim, and also he's walked so far. Hansen leads away from second. Stepping off is Bates, and making sure Hansen gets back to second base. Hunsley leads away from first. With nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Post State threatening to add to their lead again. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Post State opened it up way back in the early 5 o'clock hour. It was 1-0 in the top of the first inning on the RBI single from Bennett Dean. They made it 5-0 before it was 5-1. That one is up in the zone, now 2-0. Post State made it a 6-1 ball game before it made it 6-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. A 3-run 4th made it 9-2. A 6-run 4th made it 9-8 as that one misses low, and it's now 3-0. And then zeros across the board in the 5th inning for Post State. Made it 12-8, and Mitchell came right back to make it 12-11. Here's a 3-0 pitch now to Bennett Dean. Take it all the way. Get me over strike, 3-1. Johnny Lyons waits on deck, the number 5 hitter. With the runners at first and second here and nobody out. 3-1 pitch. Dean will rip it down the first base line and is just foul. And it's now 3-2. And again, that hit around the home plate area and took a huge hop. And just crossed the first base bag foul before it could be called a fair ball. Count's full now here to Benedine. Comes inside, will draw a walk, and the bases are now loaded here with nobody out in the top of the 7th, and then we'll draw a mound visit. Nobody warming up in the bullpen, but we're going to have a substitution because somebody's going to come out towards center field. Looks like Seth Muth might be the new pitcher here for Mitchell. We will step aside for a minute, come back with the changes. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your why at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here to the top of the 7th inning, and the bases are loaded here with nobody out, and it's now Seth Muth on the mound, and Lucas Bennett will head to center field to take Muth's spot out in center, and he'll take the lineup spot of Bates, as it will be for Muth. This will be his second appearance. He has thrown just 2 innings, 0.2 innings, 2/3 of an inning in his first outing. Gave him a hit, gave him an earned run. No walks, no strikeouts. That ERA is at 10.5. The whip's at 1.5. But, okay, well, that's because he hasn't even thrown a full inning yet. And so if he continues on that trend, yes, that's where it would be at. But if he just gets a couple of guys out, that ERA drops dramatically in just a couple of, innings. But it will be the bases loaded. And it is Johnny Lyons that will come to the plate. He has been on base the last 3 times, or actually the 2 times he's been to the plate. That spots in the 5th spot has been on base for the last 3 times. As Johnny Lyons will be looking to extend this lead for Post 8. They lead at 12-11 here in the top of the 7th. And the bases loaded. Nobody out. First pitch. Lyons swings through it for strike 1. The infield, Schmidt and the second baseman, Solik, the shortstop, and Larson, the second baseman, not playing fully in, as there's a second pitch that is over for a strike, and the count's quickly 0-2. They're playing in, but not quite all the way in, so they can still maybe make a decision on a hard ground ball to go to second or not. 0-2 pitch is upstairs, and the count is now 1-2. With the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lyons swings through it, misses it, and there's a strikeout. Moves first strikeout of the season. And it now brings up Jaden Wiebe.
Brings up number 4, Jaden Wiebe.
Wiebe had a sac fly RBI in his last at-bat. That would do the job again if he hits the fly ball to the outfield. With the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Hansen is at third, Hunsley at second, and Dean at first. Here's the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe. That one will miss for ball 1. Zabel and then Merkwan, the next couple hitters here for Post 8. And trying to extend the lead past a 1-run advantage. That one will also miss, blocked up by Hudson Haley, and the count's now 2-0. The bases loaded and 1 out now here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside corner for a strike to Wiebe, and it's now 2-1. Weeby grounded out to the second baseman, also flew out to right field. He had the sac fly out towards right center field, caught by the center fielder, which was Muth at the time. Swing and a miss from Weeby, and the count's now 2-2. And Muth is a strike away from getting the first two guys on strikes as he came in with the bases loaded and nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Missing low, 3-2. A payoff pitch, full count upcoming here from Seth Muth to Jaden Weeby. With Post 8 leading it by 1, 12-11. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Weeby rips it down the third base side, and it's a fair ball. Base hits, and 1 run will score. Hunsley will stop at third. Post 8 has a 13-11 lead. Second RBI of the ball game now for Jaden Weeby. Just past the outstretched arm of Jake Helloyd at third. An RBI single for Jaden Weeby, and the lead's back to 2. And now here's Jet Zabel, who was the third pitcher used. He is also 1 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI single back in the third inning. First pitch is a check swing. They will ask the base umpire, who is behind the mound, and again, 95% of the time, they're going to say he did not swing. And it's hard to tell from that angle. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Zabel. He'll ground that one, and that is a diving stop by the first baseman and Schmidt. He will step on the bag. The run will come in to score. He didn't field it completely cleanly, but he was able to knock it down. A good play there from Schmidt at first base, but it will be an RBI ground out for Jet Zabel. And there's now 2 away, and runners will be at second and third. 14-11, Post 8 leads. Now here's Jack Merkwan, who had an RBI triple in his last plate appearance. And he'll sky the first pitch up. Center fielder and Bennett going back on it, still going back, and he will make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. So now here we go, the bottom of the 7th, Post 8 leading by 3, 14-11. 3 outs away from a big Game 1 win. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the 7th inning, Post 8, they lead at 14-11. Lincoln Keenels will try and finish this one out with the 8s on top right now.
Number 2, Jace Larson.
As Jace Larson will come to the plate. Jace Larson, who is 0 for 3 so far. The first pitch to him, he'll pop it up. It'll be fouled. It will get out of play. And it's 0-1 here to Jace Larson to kick off the bottom of the 7th. As Post 8 is leading here 14-11. And that was over for a strike. It's now 0-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. 5, 6, and 7 with Lucas Bennett, the man on deck. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul off the mid of Hunsley. And it remains at 0-2. You're going to continue to watch a little bit of the weather that potentially won't impact us right for a while, it looks like. But a potential of that making its way over here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's fouled back off the umpire this time, and the count will remain at 0-2. As Jace Larson looking to continue to battle. Looking for his first hit. 25 hits combined, 13 for Pierre, 12 for Mitchell. 25 runs combined, 14 for Pierre, 11 for Mitchell. 0-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball one. 14 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for Post State. 11 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for Mitchell. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout of Jace Larson. Second time he's been a strikeout victim, and there's one down here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And now here is Lucas Bennett.
Now batting, Lucas Bennett.
Lucas Bennett will come to the plate, 267 batting average so far in the season. His 4 hits have been all singles, as there's strike one taken to Bennett. He has driven in 4 runs so far in the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's upstairs, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Hudson Haley awaits on deck. Here's the 1-1. That one is at the top of the zone. Now 1-2 here to Lucas Bennett, as Lincoln Keno's looking for another strikeout. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kenols. And there's now 2 down in Post State and out away from finishing out game number 1.
Number 4, Riley McGinnis.
Riley McGinnis will hit for Hudson Haley. With 2 away, first pitch over for strike 1. McGinnis is hitting .375 so far in the season. 1 extra base hit with a double. 5 runs driven in for Riley McGinnis. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In on the hands, a ground ball to Wiebe at second. He'll bobble it, and it will not end the ball game quite yet. A 2-out error extends the ball game, and it will bring up Brock Sparks, who is 2 for 3 in the ball game. So Sparks now with an opportunity to hit. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs for ball 1.
Batting for Mitchell Post 18, number 5, Brock Sparks.
Sparks has singled his last 2 trips, had an RBI single back in the 4th inning, and part of their 6-run 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch on the outside corner, now 1-1. Ball game now 2 hours and 32 minutes old. Been a long game with 14 runs for Pierre, 11 for Mitchell. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch. That one's a fly ball out towards center field. Brecken Kruger will camp underneath it, and Post State will take game number 1. Roll 8s here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Post State wins it 14-11, and Pierre will pick up a huge first victory in the South Dakota game. Now 5-6 in South Dakota games. 11-4 now for Mitchell in South Dakota games. 14-11, final score here in game 1. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we welcome you back here to Mitchell, as Post State takes game number 1, 14-11 over Mitchell, as the time of the ball game was 2 hours and 33 minutes, as Post State was able to get 32 minutes, 2 hours and 32 minutes. Post State getting the win, 14-11, 14 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors, 9 left on base for Pierre, 11 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, and 11 men left on base for Mitchell. As Post State gets the win using 4 different pitchers, Isaac Pollock will get the win. Lincoln Keenels will get the save, as Keenels went the final inning in a third. But Pollock, with 2 innings of work, allowing just 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, gets the win. Jane Wiebe went 2 innings, allowing 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 6 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. And then it was for Jet Zabel, an inning and 2/3. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And then for Lincoln Keenels, who finished out the ball game, he went an inning and a third, allowing just 1 hit, no earned runs, no runs allowed, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So Post State, through 4 different pitchers, are able to get the first game victory. And Post State now will be looking for a doubleheader sweep. Jackson Edmond will start game number 2 for Post State, as we are going to continue to keep an eye on the weather. But right now, we will get ready for a second game. And, of course, keeping an eye on the weather back in the Pierre area is News Director Zach Nelson. We'll send things back to the studio here in just a little bit. We'll have a 3-minute break and come back with either News Director Zach Nelson with the 5 o'clock news, or we will have severe weather coverage. We'll let him decide which one to go with, but we'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll get back here in just a little while with Game 2 getting set for Game number 2. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, we will end the broadcast and then return with a separate broadcast of game number 2. So we'll send things back to the station. 3-minute break right now. Post State wins game number 1, 14-11.